It's been one crazy week here for gaming survivors. We got the official launch of Borderlands 4, but unfortunately, even though it's fun, it has not been without its hiccups. We've got Dune Awakening launching its official Chapter 2, but has left a lot of players unfortunately disappointed. ARK Survival Ascended coming in with a crazy surprise collaboration that nobody expected, and more. Let's dive right in. So first up, we've got Borderlands 4 officially launched, and man, I have been diving full in. We've got 20 hours already on the books here for the game. I'm absolutely loving everything that I have seen so far. You've got the vibrant colors, the vibrant world, the crazy storylines, all of the humors there, the loot grind, I mean the chaos, you name it, dude. It is basically Borderlands 2, but, you know, repackaged, rebundled here for Borderlands 4 in 2025. Now, however, when it comes to performance, things are a little bit shaky and rocky, all right? I'm running a 4070 Ti graphics card on a Ryzen 9 processor, and I have still had a lot of frame rate drops, all the way down to like 10, 15, 20 frames at times for a couple of seconds. It does end up picking back up, but a lot of it has to cater, is catered around multiple enemies, multiple explosions, tons of different skills being utilized, more players that are in my hosted world. I mean, you name it, all of that factors in, but there's definitely some optimization that needs to be had. And there are a handful of optimization options that we can do manually until Gearbox does put out some official patches and updates for optimization on their end. And speaking on some of those manual optimizations here, Randy from Gearbox did put over on Twitter a long thread. He basically talks about how to boost your FPS, some things that you can do manually via the settings inside of the game. Obviously, this is not a permanent fix, solution. They're still working on obviously putting out their own optimization on the game's code side of things, but for now, I highly recommend going through, reading through the entire thread, trying out some of the options and things that other players mentioned, and tweaking some of those settings to fit whatever your hardware specifications are to give you guys a smoother experience if you are having trouble here with Borderlands 4. Next up, we've got Palia in the Fall Fantasy Bards and Briars update. Palia has finally introduced something players have been asking for quite some time, and that basically introduced barning animals or ranching, which will introduce the ranching skill line, and being able the ability to take care of 4 different animals and even breed those animals that will all have different traits to your liking. We have the Peckies, the Truffles, the Ormus, and the Bumbles. The animals can have up to 6 individual traits ranging from cosmetic flourishes to actual practical effects. No 2 animals are going to ever quite be the same, and there are hundreds of traits to discover that they've added in the game across all 4 species. And on top of the cute little animals and ranching skill, they've also added the ability now for multi-level building. They've added multi-level building, custom walls, open vertical spaces, attic access, you've got the open air patios, socketable add-on points of interest, customizable rooftop items, and the group selecting feature. Again, things that players have been wanting them to add into the game forever now are finally here for Palia. Next up, we have RuneScape DragonWilds. They officially rolled out their 0.9 Ranger update. This does officially introduce the Ranger skill tree, which has got a handful of different abilities that you can unlock at certain level milestones. It can go all the way up to level 50, just like the magic skill tree when they added that in the game. This also brought in and introduced one-handed crossbows as now a new weapon type, with bolts being the ammo of choice. This new update also introduced the creative mode, custom world setting options, and the full-on controller support. It's still currently in its alpha stage, so expect some issues there, but they are going to be continuously working on getting the controller options fleshed out. And I love all this stuff here. For me, RuneScape DragonWilds has always been a game that I loved, especially when it first dropped, and I did every single thing that the game had to offer at that point. However, I will state, I think even as a person who loves the game and wants to see it succeed, I'm constantly sitting in this ship that I feel like is filling full of water, and all these little updates are kind of just, bailing it out as much as possible, trying to prevent the inevitable of a sinking ship. I don't know about you, but if you look at the live player counts and live number counts for RuneScape DragonWilds, it's at an all-time low, and they're taking forever, in my opinion, to put out actual quality new content updates to have players return back to the game that were there at the game's official launch. I don't know, maybe that's just how I'm currently feeling. I am still very excited and looking forward to the actual real, new content regional DLC expansion that's supposed to be dropping by the end of this year. and I will be jumping in there, playing it on day one and covering whatever information I can, but until then, man, it just seems a little bit lackluster with these little tiny smaller updates. Now, switching gears a little bit here, we have ARK Survival Ascended, and guess what, man, this week's community crunch, even though it was lackluster on additional information, they did drop this crazy teaser image on their next big crossover collab, and that looks to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh yeah, baby, we've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles coming to ARK Survival Ascended. Now, this is a collaboration I did not see or expect, very similar to the Power Rangers collab that I didn't expect to actually come to the game, but nevertheless, here we don't have any additional information besides this preview image, but based on the collaboration from Power Rangers, my guess would be we'll probably see player skins for one of each of the turtles, right? We'll probably potentially even see a skin for Shredder and even Master Splinter, all right? So we'll probably see at least those. I don't know anything about creature skins because from my knowledge, TMNT, I don't know of a whole lot of different creatures and stuff that they could potentially, you know, turn some of the mounts or skins for the creatures in ARK into. Maybe they might dabble into some of the vehicles for the turtles, or in general, maybe they might just leave them out for this time around and might only be a collaboration with player skins. Again, at this point, we're just speculating. We don't have any additional information, but it is something that is very exciting. I'm a 90s baby. I grew up in the 90s, so I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I'm very excited for this collaboration to come. I'll definitely be picking it up when it is here and doing a little short video showcasing the individual skins. And finally, we've got Dune Awakening, the survival MMO that everybody was excited about here for 2025. Just launched its official Chapter 2 free update to the game, and with it, unfortunately, brought a lot of disappointment. The brand new DLC did introduce some new armor sets, a brand new vehicle to get, and also a batch of fetch quest missions to elaborate on some of these side stories. However, though, it all is a little fluffy, and what I mean by that is none of this update was actually meaningful for players. There's still a lot of day one bugs and exploits that are out there that players really want addressed and really fixed that are just completely destroying the player economy that they have been trying to build since the game's official launch. The new vehicle they added does look super cool, but doesn't provide any new benefits or features or functionality compared to the vehicles we already have in the game. So again, right off the bat, kind of takes that motivation factor away of achieving it besides putting it in your trophy case. They've added new armor sets, which again, don't really change up a whole lot about players, you know, gameplay or even better than what's currently available in the game. And truthfully, this is just not what players want, right? It's a lot of fluff. It's a lot of stuff. It feels rushed. It actually came out sooner than when it was supposed to be coming out. And in general, it just isn't what players are looking for. We need these exploits, these massive game, you know, economy exploits being fixed so then we can restore that. We need more in-game content. The Lance Rad system that they went with originally, they know themselves is not going to hold players over. It's not going to keep players here for the long haul, and they're constantly losing players by the day. And for me, I like this game and I want to see it succeed, but this update left me feeling disappointed. It feels like the developers are truly struggling between their vision and what they want for the game and what their players actually want. So yeah, Survivor's kind of a mixed bag this week. We've got some cool hype launches like Borderlands 4, but we did get some disappointment with Chapter 2 here for Dune Awakening. As always, I want to know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. Which one of these are you most excited about, or which one of these updates actually hit you guys the hardest? As always, if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to like here on the video, drop a comment down below, and subscribe for more content like this and on other various survival games. As always, guys, I've been Kodeations. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all on the next one.